Harmony One, is it still hope for the one coin? Now today, we just got some very bullish news for Harmony, recovering 50% of the stolen assets in the hack that happened way back in the day, man. Not way back in the day, just last cycle. But that $100 million hack, 50% of the assets have been recovered. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about other things that Harmony One is trying to do to build the blockchain back up. We're also gonna look at price today. And I gotta continue to make these videos because I know Harmony One has a community out there. And I know that, a lot of people say that Harmony One videos aren't being created anymore. And there's really so many things that's going on in the Harmony One ecosystem that they're trying to build up and trying to get that traction back to the blockchain. And I'm here to bring those updates every time I get a chance. So let's get straight into it, man. Let's talk about it. Harmony One, where we at with price today? All right, man, right now we are looking at Harmony One, and we are up 34% in the past month. Now, we are moving down the range. I ain't going to lie to y'all. We at 259 right now out of all the cryptocurrencies. Market cap is at $173 million, down 9% in the past day. But today is a red day across the board. Some outliers are performing, but a lot of projects are down. One thing we like to see, though, the volume is up for Harmony One, coming in at $21.5 million. And if you've been investing in the past month, man, you are in the green. Now, I know I've been making videos about Harmony One since 2021, since I started the channel, actually. And that's why I like to make videos and give updates on projects I've been talking about for quite a while. And we know Harmony One has been through a lot. Once upon a time, Harmony One was one of those blockchains that, you didn't want to go against. Now, since the hack happened, a lot of projects have left, and it's not a lot of things going on the blockchain as far as that's popping out there to the everyday crypto investor. It might still be I think it's still a small community of dApps that's still working and things. I haven't used the blockchain in a minute. But not to say that people aren't building, and Harmony One is trying to really catch that wave again. And I do think it's possible because they are, have fixed a lot of those problems that, caused the hack. They are starting to communicate better as well. And we have yet to really hit that, full on altcoin season. We can see right now the altcoin season index is 42 out of 100. And this is on Coin Market Cap. And, these things do lag. I will say that. But at the same time, it kind of gives us an overall feeling of when we are in a euphoric feeling for the altcoin season, and we have yet to feel that. We can see the entire market cap for the crypto space has went down 2% in the past day. So like I said earlier, today is a red day in the crypto asset class, but we are still looking good for Harmony. I do think that we can go back up to those previous highs that we experienced, after the election, going back up to 4 cents. That's, more than 100% gains. That's about a 4X or 3X from here. So that's still great gains. I will say, a lot of people looking for that 10X. Are we, or can we expect a 10X out of Harmony? Can it go to 11 cents? I don't know, man. Guys, it has to do some great things, man. I ain't gonna lie. The narrative has to come back around for Harmony. Not to say that it can't go up. I do think it will appreciate, but, going back up to that 33 cents is going to, be a tough time because we know at that time, Harmony One had the number one GameFi project. When GameFi was a narrative, they had the number one GameFi project, and that's what kind of drove price. And there was other dApps being created on Harmony One as well. But now I won't say it's a dead zone or dead blockchain, but it's just not making as much noise as other blockchains. But that's okay because we saw it appreciate back in December. So it for sure, when alts get back in a time, I do think that we will see some appreciation. Right now, it's just giving us a better time to dollar cost average, in my honest opinion. I like to, when prices go low, so we can get some better DCAs, and that way we can make more profits when it goes back up to those local highs. And not to say that it doesn't go past that, but I would just aim for that local high. Like, we know that it can go up to that. And we know back then so much has improved since 2024. Honestly, I think the election was what really drove that news. Of course, we know the election, everybody came into the election thinking we were going to pump right after. So everybody just, it was just buying the news pretty much. Everybody was buying the news that Trump won and we was going to go into a full euphoric feeling for the crypto space. But that didn't happen. And a lot of macro environment things happened since then. But one thing that's bullish, well, it's a lot of things that's bullish that happened since then, because we are pretty much in this year is halfway over now. So a lot of bullish things have happened. A lot of bearish things happened right after the election, but a lot of bullish things happened, going into July. We got the crypto bills passed for the United States, trying to keep innovation within the United States. And not only does this affect the United States, but this affects everywhere, because we know the United States is viewed upon as, the powerhouse and things like that for currencies. And with United States embracing it, I do think that it helps other countries eventually start to embrace it. Other countries were actually embracing it more than the United States before, but now since the United States has officially really, going all the way in on crypto and is really trying to keep that innovation here, I do think this will help other countries come on board more than likely. Now, something else that's going on for Harmony. Now, shout out to Kratos. He is a Harmony One bull. He just said Harmony One surging 51% oversold is trending on X. 10 per one on the floor, $10 per one Harmony. Okay, finance trends are on X are Trump's Genius Act boosting DeFi, Ethereum high for 10K, Harmony One surging 51%, and this is from Grunk. So hey, I like to see this about Harmony. I think this is real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kratos. But I like to see this for Harmony One just being talked about, just being in the mention, because we have been slipping down those ranks. Now, something else, most DeFi strategies hedge in both directions, neutralizing market risk but capping upside. But what if you long Bitcoin on, or if you already have long on Bitcoin for the next decade? So long BTC yield hedge. A one-sided BTC hedge lets you stay exposed to upside while forming yield with minimized downside management. Liquidity pool, or LP your BTC, hedge selectively with perps, reinvest fees and incentives, and optimize rebalancing. No need to constantly react to the market. You're playing a long game. No time or not timing tops and bottoms. For the past quarter, we've been running experience across Aerodrome, Unichain, and Hyperliquid to see which pools strategies give the best risk yield, adjusted yield. Early findings: Aerodrome CBBTC sets the benchmark 40% APR with low risk. Unichain pools show promise, but incentives fluctuate. Hyperliquid is our go-to for efficient BTC perp hedging, simple, cheap, dominant in volume. So I'm not sure if this is a partnership. I think they were just testing things out across different blockchains. Like I said, if we go to the Harmony One page, I want to see more updates. They kind of just, quoting big stories and things like that. And also, I want to see, they're giving updates right here. So don't get me wrong. They are always updating us on what's going on. But we want to also, put it in layman's terms as well. But a lot of things going on for Harmony. And you can watch the Q2 2025 video. You can watch that to see the key achievements they made in Q2 2025. I'm getting tongue-tied and shit. But you can see all the key things that they've done in 2025 of Q2. And like I said, so many things coming down the pipeline for Harmony. And one major thing was the 50% recovery or completion of the $100 million Horizon hack. This was in 2022 in the summer, and this was a major big hack at the time, one of the biggest hacks in the crypto space. But we see 50% have been recovered, man, and we love to see that in a bear market. Now, once this bull market hits, I do think we will get 100% of the funds recovered. Maybe Harmony One, does some type of big type of yield platform where a lot of people are making, double digit yields, triple digit yields, even 4 digit yields, possibly. I know they want to get more people onto the blockchain. So I do think that's a way to get more people onto the blockchain so people can see, that it's still DeFi and degenerate activities going on the Harmony blockchain. So Crypto Troll, that's my video. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, man. I'm out of here.